And we have waited now for more than 2 years, and now we have a clearer picture of what happened the night of the Aurora Theater shooting.
Call 7 investigator John Ferrugia reading all 188 pages of the report released today. And John, the message is clear. Despite the chaos of the mass shooting, the report says police, fire, and EMS saved every victim that could have been saved.
That's right, Eric. This so-called after-action report details significant communication issues that could have been catastrophic, but makes clear that improvisation by police and first responders made up for any deficiencies.
A document like this helps everybody to understand what happened and why and when, and then you learn from it.
Aurora Mayor Steve Hogan has had months to review the report and says if it were up to the city, it would have been made public immediately to help not only Aurora, but others who might be faced with a mass shooting.
Reality is we're involved in a trial, in a court case. And it was the legal system that said, wait a minute, let's be exceptionally careful. We don't want to jeopardize the case.
Essentially, the DA saying, hey, look, we have objections. It wasn't the city of Aurora so much, it's the DA saying, you got to be careful.
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, we would have put it out the day after we received it, if we could have.
The report was most critical of the lack of communication that kept ambulances away from victims and blocked roadways. Why did this happen? Well, the report says in part because fire and police officials did not establish a unified command, because the fire department didn't establish a transportation coordinator, and because police and fire didn't adequately communicate about the risk involved in letting ambulances through, even though the suspect had already been detained. The mayor says communication is being addressed along with other critical changes.
Trying to embed firefighters with paramedic experience into the SWAT team, for example. More basic first aid training for police officers. Use whatever vehicle you can at the moment to get somebody to the hospital if you need to get them to the hospital. Yeah. So things like that we saw, we learned, we took advantage of immediately.
Now, the conclusion of this report is very clear. The outcome could not have been better in terms of lives saved and rapid arrest. Even so, Aurora officials know they were fortunate that quick thinking by heroic officers made up for those operational errors. And they say they will be better prepared if there's a next time. In the newsroom, I'm John Ferrugia, 7 News.
Thank you, John. And we have put the entire theater report online so you can read it. It's on the 7 News app right now, and you can find it right there on the home screen.